Welcome to EA Sports, everybody. I'm James Cebulski, where we find ourselves in St. Louis, the gateway city where the Blues are ready to roll tonight. Both teams lined up in the middle. We are ready to get things underway. The Bruins have won the draw, and we are now underway. Moves the pass in front. Great defensive play to pick off the pass. Lots of time left in this period. Still no score in this one. Off the draw, and a nice job locking up his opponent. Along the right wall and into the offensive end. Boston's ready to go on the attack. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Quick pass to Bushnevich. Jokiharju's taking it from his own end. Moves the puck into the attacking area. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Here's a shot. Just slide to the net. Geeky's lugging the puck. And that one's picked off in the neutral zone. Shot! With the stop.
Swayman's able to make that save look easy, James. It's because he gets to the top of his crease, he cuts down his angles, and then he can redirect it to safety.
Tries to feed it over to Parayko. Here we go. They've really ratcheted up the intensity here now in the O-zone. Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone. Shuts him down. Hard save, and he made it look easy. Great job there. Steves takes it into the offensive end. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. St. Louis looks to break out in their own end. Quick feed to Folk. Quick shot, and he makes the save.
I'd say he has some fast twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going in, but he just reacts and keeps it out of the net.
And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Moves it to Aspero. Sundqvist moving the puck through his own zone. The Blues take it along the wall. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Boston's got it against the boards. With possession along the walls. St. Louis has it in their own zone. The Bruins have it now. Oh my goodness, it's stayed out. What a save!
It was all but in, James, and that athleticism and the will to get to that puck, that was on display.
As play continues, this place is still buzzing, and they're coming loud here now.
Well, this is all about fan appreciation for that huge save, and man, does this ever feel good. You know, you feel it right through you when you know you've made that big save, and everyone around you is appreciative.
Moves it quickly over to Corrali. Muffs the shot attempt. The Blues move to the offensive zone. Stopped with ease. Scooped up along the wall by Shen. Takes the pass to the offensive zone. Blocked in traffic. Gains the zone through center. Drives to the sweet spot. Oh, how did he get a piece of that to make the save?
These are the small space skills that some of these athletes have nowadays. They work on it continuously in practice, but to maintain possession while you're being jostled and shoved around, it's incredible to see the hand-eye coordination and the balance in this sequence to take it to the net.
St. Louis will play it from behind the net. Oh, that's tremendous poise in the defensive end to break off the pass. Takes a shot. Turned aside with the glove by Binnington.
Goaltender, they have to have talent, they have to have mobility, they have to be able to track the puck, but they have to have a willingness to find it and fight for any second shot, and that's exactly what happens here. Out-battling, out-willing, and you make the save.
We're still in the early stages of this period. Still looking for our first goal. The Blues come up with a defensive zone draw. Into the offensive zone down the right wing. Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. They've got numbers here. He got all of that hit on the play.
He knew exactly what he was doing with that hit this early in the game. He's trying to send a message and dictate the pace.
Along the half wall with the puck. And they continue to fight for that puck along the wall. And that battle along the wall comes to an end. Picked up along the wall by Lindholm. Scoops up the puck here. And he serves it across the peak. He says, let's get physical on that play. A little crashing and banging forces the turnover. Glove save, and he handles it with ease. Here's the puck. St. Louis has it in the defensive end. And they cough it up in the neutral zone. Here's a chance. Glove save made by Binnington. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. The Blues take possession of the faceoff. Glove save, and he made it look simple. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. The Blues win the defensive zone faceoff. And now he tries to get it across to Torchenko. Fires it. That's not going to fool him. Here's a backhand. Oh, that's a great shot block there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's great at scoring chance, and you want to make sure that you get in front of that one, and he did. He gets all of it.
Slides it across to Yoki-Haru. Now into the offensive zone from the right side. Pass back to the point. And that's blocked away. Handles the puck. The Blues take it across the line. The Bruins gain possession along the wall. Boston's working the transition through the middle of the ice. Fires it on net. Stops him cold. Handles the puck at the point. Hammers it. And he hits one of his own teammates with that shot. Slides it diagonally to Kyrou. Moves around along the half wall. Here's a short pass to Corrali. Big time stop there.
As a defender, you love when your goaltender has this kind of rebound control. Makes your life so much easier.
St. Louis has the puck. And some good footwork to kick it away. Grabbed along the board by Zaka. Quick stop by Binnington. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Still lots of time left here in this frame. We've still got zeros on the board. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. And that goes off the body. And now it's over to Holloway. Makes a move and the puck hops away from him.
Well, he's got such a slick set of hands. He's trying to manipulate his opponent one by one, but he tries one too many, James, and he loses the puck.
Takes the feed. St. Louis is across the blue line. Takes the feed at the back end. Nowhere for that shot to go through. Here's a chance. Boston's got a hold of the puck. It's on over to Beecher. The Blues scoop it up along the boards. And he sidesteps the check there. And makes the routine save. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. Officials ready to drop the puck and get things back underway. St. Louis wins possession right off the draw. Boston's got the puck along the boards. Quick pass to Kyrou. The Bruins ready to go on the attack. And a stick break setup. From the open ice, they gain the line. Boston's got the puck. The Bruins have it now. Avoids the poke check. And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. Gains the zone from the right side. Oh, what a save in front.
Swayman's able to deny that scoring chance right from the slot area, James. That's a beautiful one.
Geeky's carrying it ahead. St. Louis gains a hold of it. Gaining momentum along the wing. And he takes the feed. St. Louis plays it against the Bruins. Sends it out in front. The shot. Oh, there's a great stop by Swayman. Picked up along the boards by Isimo. Blumel's got the puck in his own zone. On the attack along the boards. The Bruins get a hold of it. Quick feed to Isimo. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. Puck scooped up by Isimo. Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off. Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. We're still scoreless. Boston's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Play is whistled dead as the puck goes up and over. Thomas wins the defensive zone faceoff. Moves it to Bushnevich. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. And he makes the save with ease. Oh, excellent use of the stick as he knocks that one away. Pushes it across to Steves. Sneaks by the puck. All alone! What a save on the play!
That's a timely save. It's going to generate a ton of momentum for his team here, but he's so composed, he's patient, and just steers the puck aside.
Boston's got a hold of it against the wall. Receives the pass. Esselon swooping in on the attack. Shot. That was off its way. Oh, a good heads-up play with the poke. Sends it in front. Scores! What an opportunity and delivers.
Well, he's going to get an A for effort on this goal, James. No question about it. He retrieves, his nose is in on it, and then he has a knack for the net to finish it off.
The Bruins are first to light the lamp tonight, and let's see where it goes from here.
There's been some back and forth action, and you have to believe that sometimes when there's one, there's more to come.
And now he moves it to Costello. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Moves it quickly over to Holloway. From the right side, they gain the zone. Here's a short pass to Parayko. And that shot goes nowhere as the lane was filled. And that goes off a stick somewhere in traffic. Into the offensive end now. St. Louis gains a hold of possession. Puck grab by Holloway. And it's kicked away. Cuts to the front. Wrist shot from the slot. Denies him. Gets it over to Holloway. The Blues take it along the wing. Boston's got the puck along the wall. From point blank. Scores!
They're striking quickly. 2 goals in 50 seconds, James.
Anybody who just got up for a quick snack is probably looking at the scoreboard going, what happened?
Well, don't blink. The game can change in an instant.
Absolutely.
Well, you can't score goals if you don't have the puck, and you know that coaches preach this all the time, and that hit is what gets them the puck, gets them possession to be able to get an opportunity to score that goal.
More than half the period left to play. Boston's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. Bugstad's one possession. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Torpedo. Oh, he got rocks right under the bench.
Well, you knew he was going to take some extra juice there because he was right around the bench. And now he's in it, James. That's a tough one. You got to put your tail between your legs, get out, and get back on the ice.
Scrum along the wall. Handles it along the blue line. Denies him on the one-timer. The Bruins move the puck in the defensive zone. And now it's to Corelli. Reads the play and forces the turnover. Moves the puck along the half wall. Taken by Beecher. The Blues have it on the offensive end. Boston's got the puck in the defensive end. Quick pass to Kiki. He carries the puck up along the wing. Quick feed to Fowler. Toss it up on the play. And that goes wide.
There's so many moving parts in the game of hockey, which is why it's one of the most difficult sports in the world. And he gets to that prime-time scoring area. You don't get that too often, and he just sails it and misses the net.
And a quick save on that one.
A save is a save, James, and this one rattles off of his cage, and that's going to be a tough one, especially years ago. I'm telling you, the Mats are a lot better today.
Big-time defensive play.
Well, no question, this is a frustrating play for everyone. It almost feels like it's going from bad to worse. You're losing, you're trying to get something going. Instead, you turn over the puck.
Slides the pass over to Thomas. Boston's got control of it now from their own end. Minton stick handling in his own zone. The Blues have it now. From the point, looks to make something happen. And he comes up with a stop there.
Well, it's a close game, and you need a shot in the arm sometimes, and the best way to do that is to physically engage. And the response to that hit, you just have a look at the bench, and you know that the team is bumped.
Here in the back half of this period, Boston's got a 2-0 lead. The Bruins get a hold of the puck in their own end. Takes the feed. Moves it to Steves. St. Louis has it. Moves the puck across to Suter. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Moves it quickly over to Kyrou. There's a shot. And he makes the easy save.
Well, a nice save by the goaltender, and even better is that he redirects the puck to the corner to safety.
Slides it back to the blue line. Oh, he couldn't put it past. What a stop by Bennington.
A timely save is everything to your team, and this goaltender, he bails his team out.
Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Oh, and that one comes up short as he just gets enough of that one. Taken along the wall by Holloway. St. Louis plays the puck along the boards. Boston's got the puck. Here's a short pass to Blumel. Takes the puck at the point. Great post check on the reach. Scooped up along the wall by Blumel. Quick pass to Saka. Good reach to the stick to knock the puck away. Handles the pass. Across the line along the left wall. And they'll use that dumping to change up the defense. Good fight for the puck along the boards. Picked up along the wall by Espero. Boston's got it in their own zone. Dumps the puck in. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. And he moves it up to Bugstad. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. Puts it on net. Makes it look easy. Great positioning with the pad save. The Bruins will play it from the defensive zone. Boston's got it along the wall. Shot! Too much traffic in the lane. Quick feed to Sundqvist. And he takes the dish. Brilliant save, read it perfectly. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. Well past the midway mark of this period, Boston's got some breathing room as they lead it 2-0. St. Louis has taken possession off the draw on their own end. Here they come inside the neutral zone. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Officials are set. Players seem ready. We're ready to get this thing back underway. St. Louis takes possession off the draw. No room for that one to get through. We'll get a face-off after the puck stays covered up. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Redirected off one of his own line mates there. Kiki's got it on the offensive end. Pasternak's going to play it against the half wall. St. Louis moves ahead with the puck. And that's just out of reach. Oh, what a save on the clapper. St. Louis has possession of it now. Gets the puck in deep. Grabbed along the boards by Pareto. Denied with the leather by Swayman.
You see goaltenders working on reaction time all the time. Why? For shots like this, you just have to react. It's instincts that make the save.
Oh, they telegraph the pass, and he picks it off. Turned aside with a glove by Bennington. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. The Bruins are currently sitting in the driver's seat, leading 2-0. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. And down he goes as the puck goes free. Moves to Ballard. Tries to get the puck to Kyrou. Moves it quickly over to Beecher. Dumps it in. Let's move to the middle. Couldn't complete that. St. Louis moves it quickly along the wing. Puck dumped in, and the forwards are going to skate off. And he takes the feed. Hammers a shot. Turns aside that blast. The Bruins will play it in their own end. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Trying to get the puck out of his own end. Off his teammate, and that stays in at the line.
That's glaring miscommunication right there. He thought he had an open lane, and at the last minute, his teammate jumped into it.
St. Louis has it in their own zone. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Jokiharju's got it in the defensive end. St. Louis tries to break out from their own end. Uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. And now he passes up to Chanot. Steves brings it in. St. Louis looks to move the puck from their own end. And now they look to make something happen from the neutral zone. They put the puck into the offensive end. Great hustle to come up with the puck. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Puck picked up by Minton. Moves it on over to Jokiharju. And now he angles it across to Steves. Knocked off the puck. Shot deflected. Oh, kicked it out with the pad off that deflection.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the ice, right in the middle of it with a good look, and he makes an incredible save by getting square to the puck and turning it aside.
Late goings of this period. 2-0 is where we sit. And they win the draw here in their own end. Dishes it off. Oh, they keep it up. What a hard stop by Bennington. And that's blocked. Good fight for the puck along the boards. Picked up along the boards by Kessel. And now it's grabbed by Joseph. The Bruins ready to go on the attack. Oh, he got all of it. What a save by Bennington. Boston's got a hold of it along the wall. Angles it over to Steves. And now he tries to get it across to Blumel. movement all night, and that's towards the net, and they lead here late in the first. Kuznipinov's got the puck, and they'll go on the attack. And a great save! And he takes the pass. Takes a shot. Walker side save. Great pressure to force the turnover by Sundqvist. The Bruins get a hold of the puck. Gains the zone. Nice poke check. Sends a pass over. The Bruins gain control of the puck against the wall. Boston's looking to break out. And that pass attempt is deflected. Here's a shot. Oh, what an incredible save!
I don't even know how he got to that. That's fierce athleticism to be able to get back to the net and make that save, James.
That was amazing. Blumel's got it against the boards. Gives them nothing in front.
They always say to be great, you have to get uncomfortable. As we look at this last save, this looks uncomfortable. Stretching your body, finding a way to make yourself as big as possible to get to the save. That's what he did, and that's why the save was made.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, and it's a 2-0 hockey game. Thomas wins the draw on their own end. Slides the puck over. St. Louis gains the zone. Shot! The Bruins take possession in the defensive end. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. The Blues gain possession along the wall. Beautiful feed up ahead from the right wing side. Slides the puck down low. Here's a short pass to Thomas. Shoots it, and that goes off a player in front. Quick pass to Peak. Straight up the middle. Here they come. St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Loses the coverage there. Quick feed to Peak. And now it's over to Blumel. Takes the puck into the corner of the offensive end. Along the half wall with the puck. Nearing the final 60 seconds here this first period. Here they are on the attack. We got a delayed penalty coming up. That trip right in front of the official's eyes. Can't get away with that. Yoki Haru's getting called for tripping on the play.
Sometimes it's just a product of keeping your feet moving, and when you reach and you take your opponent's feet out, you're going to get the 2 minutes for tripping.
The Blues get their man advantage unit out there for the first time tonight. St. Louis takes possession after that offensive zone faceoff. Nice job to escape the zone. The Blues scoop it up along the boards. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. The Blues get a hold of it. Rocks him. A little dipsy doodle, and he loses possession of the puck.
Suter's tried a great move there. We all know what great hands he is in tight, trying to create some space, but it bobbles off his stick, and he lost possession.
The Bruins have it in the offensive zone. Porchenko's got the puck along the wing. St. Louis has him against the half wall. Works it across to Minton. Shuts him down. Puck cleared from the defensive end. Here they come. Down the left side on the attack. And that's broken up. Oh, he'll feel that one. What a block.
Well, he's firing all cylinders here, getting to that shot lane. He really anticipates.
Time ticking away, and comes up big. That'll do it for period number 1. We'll drop the puck on the second period in just moments.
Are you ready for a walk down memory lane? Then it's time to sign up for our fantasy camp. Play hockey with childhood heroes. It's a fun-filled week full of memories. Call us for details, or you can visit the team website.
sheet of ice. Period 2 is set to go. The Blues power play continues to start the frame, and they win the draw. Into the middle of the neutral zone. Quick shot! Oh, what a stick save!
Swayman's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
And they move the puck out of harm's way. Looking to break out here on the power play. Coming down the left wing and into the zone. Takes a shot. And gets in front of that one.
Well, he didn't come and go there. And if you want to be on a PK, you got to make sure that you get to those shooting lanes hard and fast.
Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Swayman. Well, here we go. Big-time face-off in the offensive zone for this power play unit.
And they haven't made any mistakes, right, James? They're moving the puck. They're finding ways to attack the net. They just haven't put it in, and they're up against a tired goaltender. They got to smell blood, and they got to put it away.
A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. Slides it across. Makes some space. Scores! Well, talk about a friendly play right there.
Well, yeah, it's all about the bounces, isn't it, James? And you got to get the right one, and that one is in his favor. This is just a fantastic goal. I mean, the puck carrier knows exactly where he is on the ice, and he trusts his edges. He is baiting the defender to come and overplay. He turns quickly and powers to the net. You can just see the panic in the defender. Oh, I've been there, James. That was a tough play.
The Blues needed that, Cheryl, and they seem to have some life now.
Well, they've shortened the deficit, and there's nothing better to get you back in the game than one goal to put themselves on their toes. But again, they're going to have an attack mentality if they want to get an equalizer.
Suter's got the puck. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. Taken along the wall by Suter. Takes the shot. He scores!
James, the official waved this off right away. This is going to be goaltender interference. As these rules are put into play to protect the goaltender. The moment you come into contact, this is going to be waved off.
No time to think about that non-goal calls. We are ready to resume here. And after the draw at center, they've got a hold of the puck. Moves it to Shen. Looks to set up at the point now.
Well, you can't worry about what happened in the game, James. It's all about what you do now. Staying in the present. That's exactly what they've done, and they've got the equalizer. You can certainly see the fight in the goaltender here, trying to battle to find and track the puck here, James. Lose sight of it for a second with the screen in front, and it winds up in behind him.
St. Louis has tied things up, and I'll tell you what, they were really working hard there, Cheryl.
Yeah, they worked hard, and now the momentum is in their favor as they get the equalizer. Critical face-off here. You want to have possession, gain the offensive zone, and continue to attack.
Moves it quickly over to Husnutinov. And that slides right out to center ice. They've got some momentum here. Picked off by Zadorov. The Bruins have it now. The Blues have it in the offensive end. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
Here's a short pass to Husnutinov. Fires it, and he gets a piece of that one and denies it. Oh, he'll feel that one. And there's a blocker stopped by Bennington. They go on the attack through center. The Bruins gain possession. Feeds the puck over to Pasternak. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. St. Louis is on the attack. The Bruins have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Quick pass across to Saka. Smart heads up play to neutralize the threat. Quick pass to Parayko. The Blues looking against the half wall. Feeds it down low. Coughs up the puck after that hit. Scooped up along the wall by Thomas. That's no good. Takes a shot. Oh, you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. Here's a chance. Oh, great save and a beauty on the play. There's the whistle, icing the call. Big face-off looming.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. I mean, that's just an explosive hit. Gets the job done.
Lots of time left in this period. We got a tie game. They win the face-off here in their own end and take possession. Boston's moving it up the ice. Good fight for the puck along the boards. And that play's offside. We got a face-off coming up. And we're moments away from getting back underway here with the puck drop. St. Louis takes a hold of the puck in the neutral zone. Takes it at center. A skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. And he dodges the poke check there. Sends the pass over. Blazing in on the breakaway. Oh, Thomas on the play.
And this is a great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make that save.
Pushes it across to Shen. And now he moves it to Torchenko. The Bruins get a hold of the puck in their own end. Intercepted at center by Falk. Slides it over to Torchenko. Shot along the wall. Comes up with the stop. Boston's got it in their own zone. Puck scooped up by Peak. Quick feed to Chanot. Boston's got the puck against the half wall. Pinned up along the boards. St. Louis has possession of the puck. He might have a stop here. What a stop on the breakaway. Takes the pass. Moves it over to Peak. Puck grab by Beecher. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone. St. Louis looks to break out in their own end. Right up the gut. Here they go. Moves it to Joseph. Gets a piece of it to keep it out. Into the middle. Moves it in. It's gone. What a goal.
Boston goaltenders today, they drop into the butterfly as a default position to make themselves as big as possible. Idea being you want to take away as much of the net as you can. There's a lot of bodies in front, so a smart shot. You can't find it, and it finds its way to the back of the net.
St. Louis has to be feeling good about their game right now here in period number 2 as they've gone ahead by 1.
Yeah, and it's not about playing safe anymore. It's about going after it, James, and it's an attack mentality. They've got the lead now. They've got to find a way to be first and urgent on the puck.
Sends it over to Shen. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Taken by Leroy. Picked up along the wall by Saka. Moves it quickly over to Steves. Snags with the glove by Bennington. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. The Blues have taken the lead here over the last few minutes. They'd love to build on it. And they take possession off the draw here in their own end. Through center along the wing. to make a move and can't hang on to the puck.
Sometimes when you lose the puck, it's a product of trying to do too much. Sometimes keeping it simple is more effective.
And the puck's kicked free. And that's a smart heads-up play by Sundqvist.
The Blues are in a tight game. They got to start making good on all those interceptions where they've been great spawns and finding ways to get the puck. Doing a great job defensively, but they've got to convert.
Passes it over to Holloway. Fires it on net and puts it anywhere but the way he wanted it to go. Pasternak's got the puck in his own zone. Here's a short pass to Husnutinov. Oh, and somehow he gets a sliver of it and keeps him at bay.
Binnington's got great rebound control and just pushes that out of harm's way.
The Blues play it along the wing. Tries to feed it over to Tucker. Oh, and he's dialed in tonight. What a save on that one. The Blues continue to lead it here in the second period. They have been very active in the offensive zone tonight. And with the two centers tangled up, the winger skates away with it. Made the stop on the play. Scrum along the wall. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Jeannot. Locks it into the offensive zone. St. Louis takes possession of the puck. Handles the pass from the right wing. The Bruins have it against the wall. Moves it to Kostelic. Gaining momentum up along the side. Boston's on the attack. The Blues have it now. Passes it over. The Blues gain possession in their own end. Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. Quick pass to Tucker. Puck picked up by Thomas. St. Louis is in the offensive zone. Boston's looking to break out of their own end. Here they come up along the wing. Oh, he got a piece of it to keep it out. Strong use of the body to force the puck loose. Back to the point it goes. What a save! He'll probably feel that one tomorrow. And that doesn't reach the net. The Blues gain possession along the wall. Moves the puck. We got a whistle offside to call.
Well, I love what he's trying to do here, James. He wants to separate the body from puck, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge and an intensity.
St. Louis has the decided edge in the shot department, and as a result, they lead it here in this second. And they grab possession of the puck after that center ice face-off. The Blues carry it along the wall. The Bruins scoop it up along the boards. Quick feed to Parayko. And that's stolen by Shea. They score! 4 straight goals. They're rolling now.
And talking about confidence, hey, James, I mean, their opponent does not have an answer. They look absolutely stunned. I mean, they are like a freight train just pounding down on them. Well, defensive zone turnover catches everyone off guard, including the goaltender, and he cannot cover the top of the net. He's scrambling, not set to position, and that puck goes high.
The Blues talked about getting off to a good start at the morning skate, but Cheryl, this is next level what we're seeing.
It really is. Through the first period into the second here, they just dominated. The puck has been on their stick, and when they're in the offensive zone, they're not just on the perimeter. They're finding ways to get pucks to the net.
Slides it up to Suter. What a steal in his own end. And now it's grabbed by Zaka. Moves it to Blumel. Oh, it stays out. He got a piece of that one.
Binnington's been solid here tonight, James. I mean, look at his save percentage. He's been excellent between the crease, and that's making the saves that you need to and you want to at the appropriate moment. Man, his team's been effective going north.
Puck is frozen, and we'll get a face-off. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. The Blues have recently taken a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. The Bruins win it in the defensive zone. Gaining momentum along the wing. Here's a centering pass. Oh, he comes up with a stop. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. St. Louis maintains the lead here in this second period. They have put a ton of shots on net. Off the trot, he ties up his opponent. Here's a blast. Oh, and he misses on a grade A-plus scoring chance there.
Well, he's right exactly where he wants to be. He's got the puck on his stick, just unable to put it in the mesh.
Moves it quickly over to Husnutinov. Zero fear on this guy's part as he blocks it. That's gloved by Binnington. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Both teams readying here for the face-off. The frozen biscuits drop, and we are back underway here. Slides the puck over to Holloway. Trying to get 2Q with it and loses possession.
Almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his face away, and it goes the other way.
Feeds it over. And that's deflected off someone in front. Good fight for the puck along the boards. Grabbed along the boards by Zadorov. Pasternak's moving it ahead. Here's a short pass to Kiki. Oh, and it stays out. He got a piece of that one. The Bruins win that offensive zone face-off. Big time stop there. Denies him again.
Man, does he ever pick on his feet, anticipating the play. Excellent reflexes. He's saving his team right now.
Oh, a clutch save. The Bruins will play it through the neutral zone. Takes it to the front. Fantastic save. And he shuts the door again.
That's a fantastic sequence of saves there, James. He was so dialed in, he tracked it perfectly.
More than half the period left to play. St. Louis enjoying a 2-goal lead. It's 4-2. And off the draw, they win possession. Battling for it along the boards. Oh, and that battle ends as the puck gets loose. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Here's a shot. Wicked stop by the goaltender. The Bruins move it ahead. Sends it into the offensive zone. Picked up along the boards by Minton. Passes it in front. Picked off in front. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Bushnevich. Handles the puck. Just misses.
That's a tough miscue on the shot there, James. Just trying to be a little too fine, but guess what? I mean, he's getting to those spots. And you know over time, if you're getting to the right spots at the right time, it's eventually going to land.
Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. The Bruins take possession in the defensive end. Slides it diagonally to Beecher. We got a stoppage as the puck sails over the glass.
I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional. Certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
Here in the back half of this period, the Blues have some breathing room as they lead by a pair. It's 4-2. Quick pass to Peak. Moves the puck along the half wall. On the backhand! And they got caught up in traffic and hits a stick. Passes the puck over to Suter. Takes it along the wall by Shen. Blumel's got it along the boards. Oh, and comes up with the stop. Puck battle along the boards. Feeds it to Shen. Kyrie's got it on the offensive end. St. Louis has technique. Great stick work with the steal.
St. Louis has been connected all night long defensively. From a structure standpoint, they are doing everything to interfere pucks, intercept, and takeaways. This is leading to offense, but they got to convert as this game is still close.
The Blues gain control of the puck. Angles it over to Broberg. The Bruins have it from their own end. Takes the feed. Gains the zone through center. Moves the puck to Suter. Fires it into the offensive zone. Yokiharu's taking it from his own end. Puts it in deep. Picked up along the wall by Pasternak. He got only that one. Absolutely no fear to get in front of the slap shot. Sends it in on the attack. The Bruins gain control of the puck against the wall. Here they come through center and into the offensive end. And it's stopped by the glove. Nice play there. Binnington's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Past the halfway mark of this period, the Blues lead at 4-2. Boston's won the faceoff. Booming shot! Oh, can't get it to go!
Well, and there's a good scoring chances. A quick release shot, but unable to convert.
St. Louis on the attack. Boston's got the puck along the boards. Across the line and on the attack. And that's blocked from someone in front.
Kessel's really laboring to get off here, James. It looks like he's been injured. I hope he's okay because they're going to need him in this game.
Quick feed to Lowry. Castelline's got it along the wing. Picks up the puck. Big stop by the goaltender right in front.
Goaltender spends so much time doing tracking exercises, and it's utilized right here as he knows where this puck is coming from, and he makes the save. Kessel's a real competitor out there, James. I mean, he got injured somewhere on this shift as you look at this last replay. And then he's all laboring, but he doesn't want to put his team in a bad spot, wants to make sure he gets a right change at the right time.
Officials getting ready to drop the puck. Puck possession so key in today's game. The Blues take possession off the faceoff. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. Up along the wing. The Blues gain possession. Moves it to Sundqvist. Scrum ensues along the boards. The Blues move the puck in the defensive zone. Here they come on the attack. The Blues take it from the side. And he takes a shot. And that caroms off one of his teammates in front. On the attack along the boards. Just wide of the net. Grabbed along the boards by Kuzmatinov. Puck scooped up by Falk. St. Louis has it in the defensive end. Here they come on the attack. And that shot dies in traffic. Boston's got the puck in the defensive end. Great use of the twig as he pokes that one away. Here they come on the attack. And the puck skips away after that move.
Holloway's got a lot of flash to his game, in particular with his hands and the ability to manipulate his opponent, but he gets caught on that one and the puck dies on his stick.
Feeds the puck to Parayko. Look at this down the right wing. They're on the attack. St. Louis slides the puck against the wall. And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. Sent into the offensive zone. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. Looks to pass it to Broberg. Across the line, down the left wall. Boston's got the puck in their own end. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. And he catches that one with the glove. In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. Here in the late going to the frame, St. Louis has been the more impressive squad tonight as they have a 4-2 lead. The Blues start with the puck in their own end. Takes a hit, he goes down to the ice and tops up the puck. Battle ensues for that Blues and he's going to hang on.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. Boston's won the draw. Oh, he stopped that rocket! Works it across to Anthony Harrow. And he fights off another save. St. Louis has it near the wall. Sends it over to Bushevich. Oh, he blocked up.
Oh, that's gotta feel terrible, James. I mean, he finished his hit right through his chest.
Feeds the puck up to Minton. Moves it quickly over to Shen. And he takes the feed. And he shuts the door on that. Battle along the wall. Joseph's working it around the corner. And that goes off course off a body. Puck grabbed by Fowler. And he gives it over to Joseph. St. Louis moves ahead with the puck. The Blues played along the boards. And not much on that one. Takes that pass back at the point. Here's a short pass to Folk. Can't get it to go. Pass across to Kostelic. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Picked up along the boards by Saka. Turns it aside.
Oh, that's an absolutely massive hit, James. These are the types of hits that can change the landscape of the game. The power of the legs right through the body. Lack of awareness there on the puck carrier.
Here in the late goings of the period, it's 4-2. Saka's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. Kyrie's got it along the boards. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away. Blocker save! Quick pass across to Saka. The Bruins are on the attack. Oh, and here's the pass. Oh, flushes the leather. What a stop!
Well, that's an unbelievable save. A grade A scoring chance taken away as he flashes the leather and makes the stop.
Play set to resume with the face-off ready to go. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Pass to Kyrou. Great heads-up play in the neutral zone by Bluebird. Sends the pass in front. Great defensive heads-up play to pick it off. And just a good old-fashioned solid body check on the play. Reaches out and uses the stick. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. Quick pass to Beecher. That's just a great heads-up read at center ice. They've got the defense outnumbered. The Bruins have it against the wall. And he passes it up ahead to SMO. Oh, my! And took that one out of the net. And he gets a 1-2 wall.
Let's have another look at that monster of a hit there, James. You gotta love it. You have to have great timing, and you gotta know when your opponent's vulnerable.
Boston's had plenty of good looks offensively, but they have been snake-bitten as they trail late in this second period. And there's a little help from your friends right there from off the wing coming up with the puck. Quick feed to Tucker. Oh, it's so clean, but is it enough? Jostling for the puck, and he loses control. And that's a smart heads-up play by Geekie.
Sometimes when you're winning, you get overconfident and try and overhandle the puck, and this is what follows, a turnover. Coach isn't going to be very happy. You got to game manage, you got to puck manage, and you got to make sure you make the correct play. Sometimes simple is better.
Getting into the later stages of this period, lots of offense here tonight. 4-2 is where we're sitting. Takes possession of the puck off the draw. Oh, I thought he was going to be beaten, and he somehow got a piece of that. Teams are lined up, and we are ready to take this draw. Off the draw, and a nice job blocking up his opponent. From center, they get into the attacking area. Here's a shot. Goalie with a stop. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. St. Louis wins the draw here in the offensive zone. Good save, somehow got a piece of it. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Kuznikov's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Pasternak's lugging the puck. Sends it across the ice. Receives the pass. Tries to feed it over to Kuznikov. Tries to get it to Bushnevich. St. Louis plays it against the boards. Oh, got a little sliver of it, and it stays out.
This is a really nice save, James. I mean, the shooter's in the middle of the ice. He's in the slot area, and he's got to get to the top of the crease, square the puck to be able to make that save. Great job.
Steves hooks around. Sends it to the middle. And it doesn't connect. Wicked blast. He scores! One-timer and a beaut.
There's always the question why before a goal is scored. So let's go back and just have a look at the way they defended in their own zone here. Yes, they gave up a high-danger opportunity, but in transition, they were able to capitalize when they got going north, and they were able to get a good chance on net.
The Bruins have new life here late in the second period after that goal.
They've been consistent, James, throughout the two periods, and they're nearing the end of the second. They get rewarded for buying into the game plan. They'll need to take the rest between the second and third and find a way to recalculate and drive an attack, set the tempo in the third.
With possession along the wall. Oh, how did he put that wide?
I don't know, James, because he's in the slot, and he needs to find a way to at least put this on net. It's a golden chance that's really disappointing.
St. Louis has the puck. Sends it in deep. Boston's got a hold of it against the wall. They're looking to make something happen through the neutral zone now. St. Louis gains a hold of it. The Blues will play from the defensive zone. Good use of the body to knock them off the puck. On the attack, they come down the right wing. Puts it on net. Big time stop. And that's a great heads-up play by Parayko. Been a fun night in the barn as we bring an end to period number 2, and there's still 20 more minutes of action to go here in regulation. Third period. Don't go anywhere.
Looking for a way to show love for your team? Don't forget, Team Hat Giveaway Night is right around the corner. The first 3,000 fans in the arena will pick up an official team hat.
are fired up, and I know you're fired up for the third period. Here we go. Period number 3 is underway. We'll see if Pad the Stats night continues. Okay, we played 2/3 of this one here tonight. What do you make of what you've seen in this one?
St. Louis is ahead in this game, but man, there has been zero defensive structure. It has been all about offense on both sides of the puck here, James. Both teams really flying through the neutral zone, looking for offense anytime they can get it.
And here's the pass to Buchnevich. The Blues move it in. And that's intercepted by Yokiharu. Here he is, all alone. And that's how the club will play on.
Now, these are the saves when you know that the goaltender is dialed in, James. The ability to get to the top of the crease and be square to the shooter, that's a great save.
Moves it to Thomas. Throws it in. Boston's gained possession along the boards. From the defensive zone, they move the puck around. Moves it quickly over to Husnudinov. From the point, they take control of it. Denies him, he got all of it. Slides it diagonally to Shen. Moves it in front. What a chance, but they can't connect. Takes the feed. Uses the force on that hit. Standing tall with the save. Picked off. Scores! And we are tied. New game here, Pounder.
Oh, yeah, it's a new game, James. But I really like the pushback to get the equalizer. Now it's what they do with that momentum. This next shift is critical. Well, this is a great defensive effort, James, that starts being in the right position at the right time. And that's not a fluke. That's knowing how to get there, to use your hands, have your stick on the ice, and intercept the pass. But once you do, you got to do something with it. You got to know where everyone is on the ice. A great position, a great pass, and it leads to goal.
Lots of time left in this period. We are all tied up in this one. The Bruins win possession here in the open ice. Pass stolen in the open ice. And now it's turned away. Taken along the wall by Shen. Here's a chance. Scores! There is the go-ahead goal.
And how good does that feel? You can see the selling. The energy is certainly there. And now it's about dictating the pace going forward. Next shift, critically important. Well, this is just a perfectly executed shot, James. As he drops into his butterfly position, he's trying to make himself as big as possible and get his blocker on it. He just can't catch up to it.
The Blues needed that in a big way. They now have the lead here in this third period.
It's been a back-and-forth game. It's really been neck and neck. And although I felt like they've dictated the pace in this third period, it's about continuing to press and really try to smother their opponent.
Intercepts it at center. The Blues will play it in their own end. Angles it over to Shen. Taken by Fowler. Gains the zone. Knocks the puck into the offensive zone corner. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. The Bruins have created numerous scoring chances, but they've just run into a hot goalie tonight here early in this third period. Boston's won the defensive zone draw. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Lindholm.
Knowing how to protect the lead is critical, James, and you want to understand that you can create, you can still press offense, but you can't get cute with the puck. You still have to distribute it and find the right openings.
Boston's on the attack. And that's broken up. St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Holloway's got it against the boards. Knocks him on the play. And a great save. There's the whistle as the goalie hangs on.
Shen's had multiple assists in this game so far here, James. I mean, pick your poison right now. I mean, if you go to him as a defender, you're going to open up lanes to the ice because he's going to manipulate you. If you don't go to him, he'll take what's given. I just love his game. He's a dual threat right now. But most importantly, he knows how to distribute the puck.
in this period. St. Louis has a one-goal lead. They're leading 5-4 in what has been a very entertaining display of offense. Bugstad's won the draw, and they're on the attack. And that shot gets blocked by one of his own teammates. And just like that, from out of nowhere, comes up with the puck. Puck picked up by Beecher. Oh, and he whiffs. Gets the puck over to Corrali. Tucker stick handling in his own zone. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Both sides mixed up for that battle for the puck along the wall. Boston's got the puck along the boards. Directs it on over to Torchenko.
Folks, back on the ice, exactly where the coach wants him. He's been the go-to guy in this game, multiple points so far. Binnington's doing a great job tonight of showing that goaltending comes in waves. Sometimes you're quiet, and then all of a sudden it gets really busy. But making the big save at the right time is critical, and he has been a foundation, a real strength of this group right now.
The Bruins have looked good tonight, but they still trail here early in this third period despite leading in the shot department. The Blues will start off on the attack after winning the draw. Bones moving the puck through his own zone. Works it across to Shen. Fowler's got the puck through the neutral zone. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
He is so dangerous when the puck is on his stick in the offensive zone, but he tries one too many moves and he loses the puck.
Takes a shot, and there's a blocker stop by Binnington.
The key to being a great goaltender is not giving up second shot opportunities, and it's playing the rebounds to the corner. He does an excellent job here.
Here's a chance to make something happen inside the neutral zone. Zaka's got the puck. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. Takes a wrist shot. Oh, what a save in front. Right up the gut into the offensive end. The Bruins have it now. And the puck's knocked loose. Boston's got it in their own zone. St. Louis has it. Takes the feed from the wing. Takes the puck into the...
Save of the play! He's doing absolutely everything he can to keep his team in this game, James. Unbelievable save.
Slides the puck to Zadorov. And that's stolen in the offensive zone. And there's the whistle icing the call.
Such an impressive save. Love looking at this one again, James. You know that this goaltender is dialed in, so focused when they're doing everything to get to the puck and keep their opponent at bay.
We're still in the early stages of this period. St. Louis holding on to a one-goal lead. It's 5-4. What a fun game tonight. And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work.
Ozone face-off, James. Critical time to gain possession with that clean win. And with a tired group, they get that puck moving around and a real opportunity on net.
The Bruins are off to the box. Interference the call.
And I played as a PKer here, James. And you know when you jump the boards that you're out there to do a job. It is your role to make sure you stymie that offense and you get your team back to even. Now, with earlier success on the power play, I think they'll operate in the same fashion, James, in that 1-3-1 setup where they look to work through the flanks because you know they've got some lethal shooters on this team.
Here's a short pass to Peak. Slides it across to Pasternak. They go on the attack through center. St. Louis tries to break out from their own end. Quick pass to Pasternak. Here we go. Puck's in deep. The Blues gain possession along the wall. Quick feed to Thomas. Oh, great move to shake off the check. Into the offensive end now. Oh, and it completely muffs the shot. St. Louis takes hold of the puck. The Blues cross the blue line and are on the attack. Just wide. The Bruins gain possession of the defensive zone. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Dumps it into the O-zone. Battle along the wall. Dickey's got it in the offensive zone. Centering pass in front. And that's stopped.
Swayman certainly found himself a rhythm in this game right now here, James, and a good thing he has because no one is playing in front of him. He has had to do everything desperate, athletic in his crease to be able to make that sequence of saves. That is desperation plus. It's time for his team to get on their horse and get desperate in front of him. You can certainly tell that the coach is not pleased.
Suter's ready to take the draw here on this power play. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. The Bruins looking against the half wall. Sends it ahead to Shen. Handles the pass. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck.
Game management is everything, and you have to be aware of exactly what that is. And you can't take risks in a game where you're leading. You have to find a way to protect the lead.
Here's a shot, and not much on that one. The Bruins get a hold of the puck undermanned. Passes up ahead from the left wing. Fires it into the offensive zone. The Blues have it against the wall. St. Louis moves it quickly along the wing. Feeds it over to Bugstad. St. Louis has it against the half wall. Block shot.
Well, if you want to be on a PK, James, you have to know how to get in front of shots, and he does exactly that, taking away the threat. Chino's almost back on the ice.
The Blues played along the wing. The Bruins are back to even strength here. His reflexes on display tonight.
It's amazing how a kill can put your opponent on their heels because they had an opportunity on the offensive side of the puck. At a critical time of the game, when the game is still within reach, massive kill.
The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. On the backhand, stones him in front. And look at this, they've really ratcheted. Scores! That's how you put it in the back of the net.
They come from behind here, James, to get the equalizer, and they created some much-needed momentum. They stayed with the game plan, and they've been rewarded for their efforts. Well, the shooter shows good patience on this shot, James, just waiting for the goaltender to drop. Once he does and he drops into that butterfly position, there's enough room upstairs to be able to beat him.
Boston's determined effort has resulted in the tying goal in period number 3.
They've had a lot of pushback and a lot of fight in this game. They've been poised, they've composed, but now they're finding a lot of fire in their step and a lot of jump as well. And they've got the equalizer. They've got to continue on, continue to press, and contribute more.
St. Louis has possession of it now. Looking dangerous as they move along the boards. Good use of the body on the play. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Steves plays it into the offensive zone. From the open ice, they gain the line. Boston's got it along the wall. Sends the feed in front. What a chance, but that goes off target off a body in front. And now it's grabbed by Broberg. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And he takes the dish. The Bruins scoop it up along the boards. Moves to Koyoki-Haru. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. Boston's got the puck here in the open ice. From the neutral zone now. Puck scooped up by Tucker. Moves it quickly over to Thomas. And he takes the feed. Along the half wall with the puck. Sticks into it. Oh, and he stops that one. That was served up with a whole lot of spice. Still lots of time left in the period. The next goal could be a big one as we are tied. St. Louis wins the offensive zone draw, and they'll start with the puck. Oh, he comes up with a big stop there. Blocked, and he may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
Face-off looming as both centers get into position. The Blues win the face-off. Big save by the goaltender. Straight up the middle. Here they come. Puck grab by Geeky. Scores! A huge goal puts them in front.
Well, and persistence really pays off, doesn't it, James? When you wear down your opponent, eventually you'll capitalize, and this is the case right here as they get the go-ahead. James, these are the kind of pesky goals that create a ton of energy for your team. The rebound pops out after the shot. You have to have a hard stick, be heavy on it, with it on the ice, battle and compete for it. He does it, and he buries it.
The Bruins have to be feeling good about themselves after taking the lead with that goal here in the third.
Yeah, and it's not much of a cushion the way this game has gone back and forth, James, but it's something. You're in the lead, so now you want to continue with that tempo. Find a way to push your opponent back. Continue to punch and press.
Binnington's got the puck, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
Well, and this is a huge play right here. Just recognizing the tempo of the game and being able to dictate it. He's done it all night.
Boston's attempt to put more pucks on net has paid off as they lead it in the third. St. Louis has taken possession off the draw on their own end. Here's a short pass to Sundqvist. The Bruins gain control of the puck. From the right side, takes the pass. The Blues have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Holloway's moving it ahead. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. I don't think anybody was hanging on to the puck after that hit. Gains the zone through center. Quick shot. Oh, gets a little piece of it and keeps it out of the net. Again, denial by the goaltender. Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off. Face-off coming up here, and Cheryl, let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
No question about it, James. We know where the momentum lies right now after some sustained pressure, heavy forecheck, lots of shots going to the net. The goaltender is fatigued. You want to make sure that you can continue to apply that pressure and see if you can squeak one by.
Play ready to resume as everybody lines in for the face-off. Thomas wins the face-off. Takes the return feed. And now he angles it across to Bushnevich. Here's a blast. Turns him away. Slides it on over to Minton. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Takes a shot. Long jam in front. That's broken up. Back to the wall line. Right on the doorstep. St. Louis gains a hold of the puck against the boards. Scooped up along the wall by Bushnevich. Moves it over to Thomas. Down the right side and into the zone. Taken by Kostelic. Here's a great use of the stick right there to poke it away. The Blues have it now. And he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves.
Oh, I know what he was trying to do there, James. He thought he had it with that move, but he created some space for himself, but unfortunately loses the handle and it dies on his stick. Wait a second here, James. This looks like it's being waved off immediately, and it goes off of the glove. Listen, it can bounce off of it, but it cannot be pushed into the net. They're going to have a second look at this. lead tonight. Multiple points in this one, and it's not over yet. James really moving his feet. He's urgent with his first 3 strides, which means he's on the puck. But I also like what he's doing off the puck, the way he's opening up space, drawing coverage inside of the middle, and then moving the puck to it. I think he's been fantastic this entire game.
Some last-second communication with the D as centers get ready to drop the puck. Boston's got possession of the puck after that neutral zone face-off. Headman pass. Sends a pass over. Fantastic save! Another hit. He will feel this one by the end of the night.
Tough night for him. He's going to have to keep his head up and move that puck quickly if he doesn't want to get banged again.
Back at the point, they set it up. And the traffic neutralizes that threat. Dumps it in. St. Louis has possession of the puck. Boston's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. Toropchenko's gained the line and on the attack. The Blues have it now. Quick pass to Pasternak. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Gets the puck in deep. Boston's got a hold of it along the wall. Quick feed to Kyrou. St. Louis on the attack. The Blues going to work on offense. Quick pass across to Kiki. Slides the puck over. Boston's got it in their own zone. Slides the puck across to Husnudinov. Oh, he gets a blocker on it. What a stop by Binnington. St. Louis moves it ahead. Buchnevich is across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. Came up with a nice save. Kiki's got the puck in his own zone. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Scrum along the wall. And the puck's booted away. And that'll free up the puck. Gets a hold of the puck from the right side. Tried to get too cute with it and loses possession.
Trying a nifty move when you have good hands. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get denied, and that's what happened there.
Here's a chance to the middle. He scores! What a play!
Well, they gain the advantage through the neutral zone here, James, and they're able to enter with an odd man rush. And I love that the way the puck carrier just manipulates their opponent to open up seams. They have the extra ice, they have the extra player, and they finish.
Boston's broken the deadlock and gone in front by a goal here in period number 3. Now what do you do? Do you attack? Do you sit back? What do you do here, Cheryl?
Well, I think that you attack. I mean, if the puck's in the offensive zone, guess what? They're not getting any scoring chances, and they're not going to even the score. But if you sit back, you have to protect the middle of the ice. You don't want to give up any grade A scoring chances right now. So to me, it's all about attack mentality with some good habits.
St. Louis tries to break out from their own end. And now he tries to get it across to Holloway. Oh, great move to sidestep the chip. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. St. Louis looks to break out in their own end. Fires it! Blocked in front. The Bruins gain control of the puck against the wall. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. Tries to feed it over to Pop. Oh, one of his teammates was right in the shooting lane there.
Well, this game is wild, James. End-to-end action. Let's just forget the defense, shall we? And just go with the goal calls.
Comes into the paint. And that goes off the stick. Moves it to Linton. Takes the feed at the point. Great forecheck by Beecher.
Well, this is a critical play. I mean, this is a high-danger area, and he's able to put his stick out at the right time and to be able to disrupt it. Not easy as a defender to have that kind of timing and an active stick.
Beecher's got it along the wing. Here he is, wristed on net. Way too The Blues take it across the blue line. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Sends the pass over. Picking up momentum across the zone here on the right side. The Blues gain possession along the wall. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Dishes it off. Denied by the puck stopper. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. Boston's looking to close things out here. They've been the dominant team all night. Hard to see them taking their foot off the gas now. St. Louis takes possession off the draw. And there's a close save on the play. There's the whistle. We'll get a face-off after the goalie covers up. A critical draw here. St. Louis wins possession right off the draw. Right in front. And the lane's clogged up blocking that. And that got cut up in traffic and goes off the stick. Under siege and finally grabs that one and covers up for a whistle. A big draw looming here in the offensive zone. Off the face-off, they take the puck. Boston's got the puck in the defensive end.
Well, I like this play, James. When you're leading late in the game, you make good blue line decisions. That's what we used to call them anyway. And you put the puck in deep and you just kill some valuable time.
Now over to Minton. Here's a short pass to Chanot. That's dumped in, and they'll get a fresh group of forwards out there. Castelline's got control of the puck in the corner. Sends the pass down low. And sends it just out of reach. Western shot! Oh, that has some heat on it. He makes the save.
Wow, James. I mean, not everyone can elicit a thunderous hit like that. I mean, he just clobbered his opponent.
A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Can they take advantage after winning that draw? Answers the call with a big save. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. Takes the pass. Quick pass to Bushnevich. Puck picked up by Thomas. And that caroms off a body in the lane. Inside the offensive zone. And now it's over to Thomas. Bumped off the puck. Looks to make a play over to Thomas. Quick feed to Husnutinov. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Handles a puck from the left side. What a stop as he puts up the fire. Slides it diagonally to Sundqvist. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. With possession along the wall. Takes it in front. And that's blocked in traffic. Moves it to Corrali. The Blues have it behind the cage. Oh, that's a good hit. The Bruins gain possession in their own end. Castelline's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Corrali's on the attack in the offensive zone. Awesome! Taken along the wall by Joseph. Sends the pass across the ice. Solid check to slow him down. Puck dumped in. Grabbed along the boards by Joseph. Boston's got the puck behind the net. Oh, we'll get some tired defenders as icing is the call. Boston's offense, the story tonight as they lead it here in this third period. Off the draw, they take possession.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of the zone after a critical icing.
The Blues take possession in the defensive end. Battling for it along the boards. Scooped up along the wall by Brutal. Shuts him down. Quick feed down low. And it's freed up over to his teammate with a nice tip pass. Turned aside with a glove.
All those tracking exercises when you're young come in handy when you're older, and this is a prime example. Look at him, bob and weave, trying to find that puck. He does and makes the save.
Moves it quickly over to Shen. And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. Oh, he got rocked and dumped right into his own bench.
Well, he's getting a clear message to get out of here. The only good thing is it's his own teammates that can pick him up.
Binnington's going to hang on for a whistle.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. And, I mean, that's just an explosive hit. Gets the job done.
This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. The Blues win the draw. Angles it over to Joseph. The Bruins take possession in the neutral zone. Here's a short pass to Jeannot. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. Coming up on the final minute of regulation time. And now he moves it to Torchenko. Puck moved over to Minton. Into the corner now. Works it across Coyote Hall. They score! And that's back-to-back snipes.
Well, it feels like there's a wave of a momentum, and it has certainly changed here. You can get the opportunity, but you have to execute. That's 2 in a row. I love when offense is generated from below the goal line. All of the coverage is facing the puck, and he gets lost in coverage in that slot area and just fires it home.
Boston's looking to close things out here late in this third period as they continue to lead. Locks them up on the draw as they take possession. Boston's got the puck against the board. Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Binnington.
Well, he makes an incredible save on a point-blank shot here, James. I love the way he's aggressive, he's competitive, and he wins the battle.
The setters will glide into the dot. And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up. Slides the puck ahead to Folk. Went for the dirty dangle, and it goes sideways. St. Louis has the extra attacker out with the goalie on the bench here. And into the wide-open cage, it's an empty net goal.
And a sigh of relief as well, as it's a real insurance marker. You put it in the empty cage and you don't ice it, that's a good thing. You can see the body language on them, James, the dying moments of the game, and they're able to get the empty net goal. Everyone can take a deep breath here, as that should do it.
Boston's manufactured plenty of offense tonight, and they lead here late in this third period. Thomas wins the draw inside the neutral zone. Quick pass to Bushnevich, and makes the routine save. Slides the puck across. Boston's playing it through center. St. Louis has it behind the cage. Quick feed to Thomas. Picking up steam in the offensive zone. The fans desperately urging for them to shoot before the clock winds down. Avoids the puck kick and maintains possession. And we are all over with this one. I mean, when you look at how this one played out in the final 20 minutes, Cheryl, this was nothing short of a giant third-period collapse.
Well, it's almost like a whole other game within the game, James. The entire team were flat. They weren't skating. They weren't working hard to get back to coverage. That's a tough one to take.
Well, a fun night of hockey comes to an end, but guess what, everybody? There's always next time, and we will see you then. For Cheryl Pounder, I'm James Cebulski. Thanks for playing.